All right, fellas. Let me turn that down a little. All right, so I have been asked to do a little bit of a schema markup demonstration video. This is one of my blog posts here. This is one of my best ones, one of my best performing ones I've ever scored. A position 0 for. It's for this is a mainstream industry, and in that it's major appliances we're talking about here. That's a $350 billion industry, but it's a bit of a niche in that he only sells barbecue grills and or what you would call gas fire products, such as patio heaters, outdoor fireplaces and fire pits, barbecue grills, of course, pizza ovens, all that kind of stuff. And so it's a little bit of a kind of a niche of a mainstream major uh, industry, right? And so I had discovered, and let me go ahead and pop this up right now too. I like Marketmuse. I use is really good for this because they give you so many great questions that are based on the top 20 results of whatever your project is. Did I wipe out the one I had sitting here? Well, that doesn't matter. Yeah, I guess it kind of does. What happened here? Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna pop in any one of these. It'll show what I'm wanting it to show. Ah, you moron. I'm not going to be doing any editing. I'm just going to try and bang this out real quick. Okay, Design Studio. Come over here, type in Design Studio now. This is how you go about it too, finding out, what kind of schema markup you want to go for. So first thing, you come over here to Google and let's say, you want to figure out some sort of position 0 schema markup that's related to Design Studio. Okay, come over here to Google, type it in. Here is a PPA section. This is schema markup right here, and this is very powerful to be in as well. But what you really want is position 0, which ends up being up here. But you won't get position 0 to pop on an exact match keyword. It's going to have to be a question format like how to build a Design Studio. Will probably pop position 0. Yep, that's what you call list schema markup right there. This is probably God knows how many thousands of very relevant visits this brand gets because of this position 0. And this is the list type, right? I recommend sticking with Google for all of this, man. There's so many other tools out there you can use, whatever, but just go right to the horse's mouth. Go with Google. You're going to want to go to developers.google.com, search docs, guides, search gallery, Google Search Central, documentation, advanced SEO. This has the search gallery, and it has every type of schema you can think of, from article, book, breadcrumbs, carousel, course, critic review, data sets, aggregator, employer aggregator rating, event, fact check, FAQ, home activities, how to. We're working with the how to, and this is so nice the way they have it set up, man. Come on in here, get started, right? And this is, all about the learning stuff. In here, there is, this is what you're always going to want, is the JSON structured data is what you want. Which results test URL. There is a generator also that they have. Yes, right there. So basically, look at that. I mean, you wanted the how-to markup, and then it gives you an example here. And you always look for type. at type is how to. So here it is right from Google, how to tile a kitchen backsplash. And you don't really want to mess with the microdata. You always want the JSON, okay? And it's all here. I mean, all you got to do is copy this and fill it out appropriately based on whatever article you're using. And so here I did an article about how to reset a barbecue grill regulator, because I discovered through something like Marketmuse, where, let's go back to the this part of what I was doing. 36 reviews. Okay, so these guys are in the top 3 of the LP. They should be pretty good. Site. Let's go ahead and bounce Design Studio off of them. Optimize questions, right? Actually, no, I'm going to stick with doing it this way. It's Design Studio, optimize, run fetch. Now you can also, there's a lot of other things that you want to do to find questions, right? You can go to Google Search Console or also Analytics. You will find their queries that you're popping for. And in Analytics especially, you can find all the different queries you're popping for if you got everything tracking right. And there you can discover so many different questions that you might not have thought of that people are asking from your website's search bar right here. You want to be tracking this sucker, man, because that's one way you discover gold as well. But Marketmuse makes it really easy. It'll hurry up and friggin' finish, because it's going to give me a whole like 100 different questions involving Design Studio as bounced off of this main website and as bounced off of the first top 20. Okay, and then you will find that, I believe that'll be in the either the feed or the research section here, where they'll have the, or no, I'm sorry, I'll have to switch it to the questions here. Come on, man. This is going to take a little time, but anyways, you got the point. You want to find the questions people are asking. You can even straight up come on over here and see if you can, you know, get a question to pop, like maybe how to build a wooden fence. That is video schema. Of course, Lowe's owns it. And so this would be a tough one to steal, because Lowe's is going to have a lot of juice, even though it's coming from their YouTube channel and not from their website.
Hey guys, I'm Megan.
It doesn't matter. It's the domain's authority is such that their YouTube channel has a lot of juice. So here, position 0 is actually a video result, followed by another schema markup form PPA, followed by a further section of video schema markup. That is video schema, and then you have image schema. So you see how organic position number 1 has lost a lot of power, right? This is organic number 1. In this case, you're not, you know, there's no ads popping because it's a question format. There's not going to be a lot of ads usually popping for question format stuff, but there is usually going to be a lot of stuff above organic position number 1, which is why it's just not the bomb anymore. You need to be in the LP, or if you're talking international SEO, then organic position number 1 is great still. But more importantly, you're still going to want to go for schema markup. It is the most powerful thing. Look at this. How many different position zeros can you possibly score? I wonder how many hundreds of thousands of traffic this delivers Lowe's YouTube channel. Even though it's, you know, that's not going to be a very popular question, I guarantee you it's a question that is asked often enough. There is such a thing as zero search optimization as well, where you go ahead and pick the questions nobody's asking or nobody's bothering to answer just because it's a low search volume. So what? Pick a whole bunch of them. You can make them into a high search volume if you want by doing this kind of thing. And all of a sudden, next thing you know, everybody's trying to get that spot from you. So let's get back to Marketmuse, see if it's gotten, okay, good. So questions, nope, stay over here on optimize, repeat. See how it takes the top 20 even and analyzes them. I don't mean this to be a market. Insights will appear type. Okay, so I'd have to run a fetch now on this one. Should go fast, I think. But I mean, you can, like I said, you know, well, wait, you can come over here and experiment. You know, it depends on what kind of client you have. Like if you have a lawyer, how long do civil lawsuits usually take? This is a paragraph form schema right here. And if there is no settlement, the lawsuit, blah, blah, blah. So this brand deployed paragraph schema. And what do they have? The very top spot. Do you know how many clicks this gets? And again, here's more schema, PPA, and then you get to organic position number 1. Remember the days when organic position number 1 was the shit? Not so much anymore. Still very good, especially for international, of course, but didn't spell that right. And then you can even experiment and change just a little bit of the words and see how different things pop. And then you can look at this, go down this rabbit hole, because then it opens up even more PPAs that are related. You understand? And so it's a universe of stuff, man. So here we go. Design studio. What exactly is a design studio? Question. Do you need an appointment to walk through the Shell Brothers Design Studio? What is the triangle rule? Who should I contact with questions regarding your upcoming design appointment? How long do you have to decide on the finishes for your home? Why is color so important for a living space? Right? So there's many ways to get ideas for your schema markup and for what kind of question you're going to want to ask. Now, the main point here is that, and for this particular one, it was how to reset a barbecue grill regulator. All the proper content and context is here. Got my internal anchors popping everywhere. All alt tags are proper. Here's a step-by-step wrong way, step-by-step right way, a little more of this and that. And this is actually where the schema JSON markup is wrapped. I have it wrapped right on this part here, which is why you then get how to reset a barbecue grill regulator. Bingo. Palm Beach Grill Center. How to reset a barbecue grill regulator. See? And here it is. You can see how it just pulls the images. You can also call that a list schema, but it's actually from the how-to type. And again, that is being pulled from right here. And notice how it also is including some images and stuff. See? And Now check this out because this is interesting here. Grill Tanks Plus is the mother company for Palm Beach Grill Center. This is my client. And this company had been around for 6 years. Well, I originally wrote the article for Grill Tanks Plus like 4 years ago, or 3 years ago, I'm sorry, 3 years ago. Scored position 0, and for years it was generating small local business between 3.5K and 5.5K traffic a month. One single post for this very small local business. By the way, see this star count? That is Schema markup as well. That is called local service company Schema. I believe organization type Schema will do it as well. But I mean, come on, if they get down to organic, who do you think they're going to pick? Probably the guy with 189 5-star reviews. It is amazing how many people fail to implement this right here so that their star count can show in the organic position. My God, it's a freaking no-brainer, man. You want this to be in your organic results. I mean, you're going to get picked a lot easier that way. But anyways, the point was that when, you know, the success was so great for the mother company, the beginning of 2020, he opened up Palm Beach Grill Center. And I went ahead and wanted to get Palm Beach Grill Center to have this post instead of Grill Tanks Plus at position 0. A lot of people said no way because they're too similar, right? Now let me show you just how little a difference you need in order for Google to go ahead and still show both. How to reset a barbecue grill regulator, how to reset your barbecue grill regulator. Images are pretty much the same exact, they are the same exact images, but they are titled differently, of course, the images, and there's very few changes. The proper ignition sequence, there's only, you know, there's a little bit of changes there, but the main thing that I did, aside from changing every image so that Google, you know, thinks that these are completely different images, and do a little bit of rewriting. So tonight's, you know, blah, 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 the intros are a little bit different. The time has come. So tonight, you see, so there's some slight differences, but for the most part, it's the same, man. Here is the main difference, though. This how-to ends. Here was the schema markup. And so talk about absolute control over search engines. I said, no, I want Palm Beach Grill Center to take that spot with that schema. So I did an in conclusion, but then I added an extra section that is relevant to this content. So now we're delving a little deeper into the very content that this post covers, more about gas grill propane systems. What are OPD cylinder valves? This is all part of the regulator reset and regulator bypass system, all that crap. And that's it, that much more content. That's all we're talking about. And that made it to where for my client, I not only have him with, I got him position 0, but I also manipulated everything and made it to where it kicked his mother company, which didn't need any help anymore really, put it at organic number 1, and switched his new company and put it at position 0. So pretty awesome stuff there. But anyways, that's my little intro for Schema. It gets a lot deeper, of course, but if that didn't turn you on, I don't know what will, especially since I'm showing you also the tools, man. It's so easy. You come over to Google, developers Google, and you seek it out. And for every schema markup, they will give you an example code. You can then write that code, bring your URL to the search.google.com/test/rich-results. Put your URL in there, test URL. This is going to tell you if you got it right. Furthermore, it will show you examples of what it would look like. It's also going to show you all the other kinds of schema markup. you have going on that post. So you're good. Green check mark, you know you're good. Look at all these schemas. How to I got 2 different kinds there, breadcrumbs, another how to there, local business, site link, search box, and some additional reports resources there. Now this a name thing I think is actually new, but preview results. So you can see the different kinds of results it'll give you on all the different devices and stuff like that. But anyways, what you're looking for is that green check mark. If you got that, you know you're good. View rendered HTML even, you can come over here and have a look at it right from the source code as well if you wanted to. So you see latitude, longitude, that's obviously going to be local service company schema probably. Let's see, type. Anyways. I had Rank Math Pro going as well. But anyways, so you got the point. I mean, and again, use Google. Don't mess around with any other bullshit. Just use Google. And they have, you know, so many kinds, and you can sit there and just copy the code, man, and then fill it out appropriately. It does get tricky, some of this here, but it's not so bad, especially since then you can go and test it and make sure you're all set. And you can also do it from Search Console, of course. Right from within Search Console, you can go in there and test it just the same. But this is, you know, externally done here, which is even easier for a lot of people. So I think that would conclude my brief look at schema markup and the power of it. I mean, do I really have to explain why this is powerful? I don't think so.